Are you really into art or doing 15 hours of work for 2.5 minutes of content? If you answered yes to both these questions, like most masochists, you've probably thought about being a YouTube animator or animatic. But if you're like me and want to be able to make a living off telling people the intimate details of your high school career, you want to set yourself apart. So after speaking to a lot of people in the animation community, I've compiled a list of items you can actually purchase at your local grocery store that'll lead you to instant YouTube fame and fortune. So as an animator, first and most importantly, you're gonna have to learn how to draw. Two things more specifically: drawing in an audience and more importantly, drawing in revenue. Mostly because you'll be doing so much of the other kind that halfway through production, you'll realize that these are the only thing keeping you from throwing your tablet at a wall or a small child. So before you actually start physical production, you're gonna have to get the right programs. So to do any of your actual drawings, you can use anything from MS Paint to Paint Tool Sai. I'm gonna place these right here. There's not a huge difference between them. You may also do physical, actual animating, so it's dope to have programs like Adobe Animate or Toon Boom. But be sure to save often because sometimes they crash and you run the risk of losing all your work for f***'s sake. That happens, you know, and it's cool as long as you're willing to redo everything. Now, these types of videos are very intensive when trying to make, and because of that, you may feel not always up to working on it. So getting motivation is crazy important. Yeah, look at that, sturdy and solid. It usually is better to have a little bit more, but it's looking like they're out right now. Make sure to keep an eye on your motivation, and it's gone. Okay, so I couldn't find my motivation, but it's sometimes better to have a substitute of like guilt and obligation, and usually that stuff's right on you, so you don't have to go looking for it. So we have to go to the next step, which is writing. We gotta do a writing. Now when it comes to writing, we first need to pick the type of audience we want to appeal to. And since we're making animation videos and YouTube doesn't like anything that couldn't be said outside of Holy Chapel, we're gonna go ahead and head over here to the toy aisle because we're gonna have the same demographic. And from here, we're gonna pick our topic and try to find something that kind of resembles how you see yourself because we want it to be relatable. For me, that's something, you know, disappointing, cheap, plastic, easily penetrated, a lot like my ego. Yes, this ball pit should work perfectly. Just reach in here and grab school. You got jobs and just crushes. So we're gonna tell about having a crush on someone at your first job in high school. So now we have to physically write it, actually do the writing thing. And you can usually start with, you know, an outline and, you know, make sure your story has a true story arc of fully developed characters, exposition, fulfilling conclusion, but I really wish I had that motivation. All right, you know what? You just write it all in one go in Google Docs in like 45 minutes and you'll be good. Okay, so the script's done, but I feel like it's missing something. Like it needs a little flavor. Like maybe someone to voice like a character. You know what? Yeah, actually, yeah, we're gonna do that. That's a great idea. And this gives us the opportunity, you know, get a little more reach with our content. So for that, we're gonna head over here to the sub aisle. Look for the subs. Here we go. Here's the subs we want. Oh, see, we got a lot of really great selections here, but if we really want that notoriety, we're gonna have to go like a little bit higher, reach up here. There we go. Yeah, that's perfect. I feel like this is the one. All right, the script's written, so now it's actually time to record. So from here, we want to find out what kind of personality we should have on the mic. Now, for picking your persona, I've learned it usually comes down to two general rules of thumb. The first one being be yourself and talk about how you really feel and what you're really about. Just bring like what's really inside you. And since starting my attempt to be a YouTube animator, my inside is anxiety and crippling depression, which interferes with our second rule of thumb, be happy all the time. So, like the great scholar, poet, and philosopher Bow Wow once said, fake it till you make it. Which for some may just be making real heartfelt videos every once in a while that reminds your audience that you're human and have worries and anxieties like everyone else, and that's okay. And for others, like myself, will involve crying 10 minutes before recording. Okay, so it's been a rough ride, but we're finally at the final part, the actual animation. So the actual animation process uses these things called frames. So we're gonna head over here, you know, let's grab a frame. So when doing frames, I've been told to keep your eye on the time. Because apparently doing these can be a little time consuming. Ooh, I didn't, okay, well, all right, maybe if I go like a little faster. No, I can't do it. Animators are expected to upload weekly? No, I can't. Cut the music, I'm done. No, this is not happening. This is stupid. What's up, y'all? Want to see more videos like that? Make sure you subscribe and do not forget to hit that notification bell. please. Specifically, let me know if you like these types of videos, if you want me to cover other genres like vlogging, gaming, etc, etc, etc. Shout out to the animation community. That's really about it. I don't really have much to say this time. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, please. All right, I'm out of here.